Hey, what's up, everybody? Dr. Giggles is in the house. Yes, it's Thursday night, and we're going live. And this week, once I pull up my notes here, we're going to be talking about quite a few things. Now, what I do with them? Here they are. I found them. But, yeah, so this week we're going to be talking about Parks, Reunidos, or however you want to say it. They're the owners of Kennywood, Lake Compound, so on and so forth. We're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to talk about the fake Six Flags news. A topic. Yeah, it's good to be back, Infinite Coasters. We are going to also talk about 3 different places for cabanas. And we're going to break down like what they cost, how they worth it. Yeah, I seen that tweet, Lindsay. That thing was funny. I was laughing. I really was. I thought it was pretty funny. And then we're also going to talk about upcoming park trips that we started planning. We're also going to talk about King's Dominion. Hey, what's up, House of Shine, Reema, and Isabel? We're also going to talk about the SFNEOnline forums. I think I figured out what had happened, and we'll talk about that. But I will say the forums are back up. Not the way it was. So if you had that link that everybody saved to go to the forums, you're going to have to get a new link. You know what I mean? You have to get rid of that. And we'll get into that in a little bit, too. But, yeah. So, I am actually going back to the park tomorrow, providing that Six Flags has not canceled it. Because I believe if I look at the weather... Hey, what's up, Charles? I believe if I look at the weather... I think... There's like a little bit of chance of rain, not a washout like it was last week. But I'm going to the park tomorrow. I know, like, we've been slacking here at SFNEOnline with park updates and all that stuff. Let me tell you that the last couple weeks have sucked. Like, they've been really bad. So, and the quick, non-long story, some of the people that are watching, some people that watch and tune in later know what's going on. It's not really meant to be broadcasted live everywhere. But, oh, you son of a, you know what, the rain. I might be able to get some time in, a little bit of time. Mainly I'm going, to take pictures and get some rides in and eat some food and chill out. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow at the park. But because of this crazy rain, I saw this. I looked at the news weather report last night. In the month of April, it rained 23 out of 30 days. And it was like 7 days out of 8 weekend days, it rained. So every time I was trying to go to the park, it rained. It just rained and rained and rained. And I heard that this, what do you call it? This pattern is going to continue for a little while longer. So even if I can get 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours into the park tomorrow, I'll be happy. Because like I said, I'm going around. I've been hearing some stuff about Houdini's down. Obviously, Goliath's not open. I've been hearing some stuff. So I want to make sure that I, get back into this groove. Plus, last week was just crazy. If you guys watched the show last Friday when I was talking about Jeremy and his thing with the school and having to talk to the police and some other stuff that happened, it was crazy. So now that we're getting past all that, things are getting better, and we can just move on from here and get things going. So, without further ado, and I just saw that Infinite Coasters is going to Quasi on Saturday. I also, speaking of Quasi, in the forums, I posted, if you guys look at it, if you just go to sfneonline.org, and then you look at the page and you see the forums tab on the top, just click it, brings you right to the forums, and it's all like broke down differently, a little bit different than what it was. I feel it's good. Might not be. You guys can see and let me know if it sucks, if I'm missing something. It's a work in progress, but the majority of stuff is there, and then people are just going to have to post stuff to get it going the way it was. That's all, But, what do you call it? Speaking of Quasi, that this weekend, if you go Saturday or Sunday, they're doing a $45 car weekend, like carload. So whoever's in your car, it's just going to cost you $45. You get parking, and you get tickets to, you get the ride wristband for either Saturday or Sunday. So if that's what you're looking for, you can get that. So just so you know that going, if you're looking to go to Quasi, there you go. All right, so we're going to get through the news, and then whatever anybody else starts, bringing up in the chat like we always do every week, and then we'll see what happens. And then, like, towards the end, I'm going to talk about some changes that are coming to SFNEOnline that benefit all of you, and hopefully a lot of you guys are willing to get down on this and help out and all that. So there's going to be a lot of crazy, cool things that are going on. I feel really positive and good of everything going forward. Things are looking great. Everything's, like, in line to just keep happening and being good. And it's all because of you guys. So that's what's awesome. So, they have the deal for Quasi is if you you pull up, they call it the $45 what do you call it? The $45 carload deal. So when you pull up and like you're gonna pay to park or whatever, you pay the $45, you get parking, and you get ride wristbands for everybody in your car. All for $45. Not each, just $45. Gets everybody in your car in the park. So if you put like 5 or 6 people, then you get parking, and you get a whole bunch of people. There's just this deal. You can go on their website. You can go to Quasi's website and get that information. I also put that same information on the forums. If you click, the main topic is New England parks. And you can see it. You look down, and we just list each individual New England park. And I put Quasi, and then I put the information. It's the only topic inside Quasi, but it's there so that way. I'm going to keep doing things like that in the forum. We'll share them on Facebook and stuff, but we're going to put them on the forums. I'm just making it so that inside the forums, I'm trying my best. Hey, what's up, Shane? I'm trying my best to make sure that the forums are like a lot more neat, a lot more organized, a lot more fun than what it was. I set a couple of rules. Obviously, they get updated as either some crazy stuff happens or whatever, but I have 2 rules on the forums. 2, that's it. Right now, unless somebody goes crazy. Rule number 1, no bullying allowed. You can't bully anybody. I get it. People want to... I'm not here to police you. I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot say. So I figure with this, I believe in the right to voice your opinion. You want to debate and argue about something, that's fine. Do it in reason. Don't be a jerk. Don't bully people, It's okay. Debate, talk, share your thoughts, share your opinions. We will never delete a post, nothing like that. Unless you're bullying. And if you do bully of any kind, you will be banned instantly. The next thing is make sure that when you type and post that you use grammar and punctuation, grammar, spelling. Use spell check. Use something other than I can't understand it. AJ, I made myself and AJ the admins to the site, and we're also looking for moderators. So we're going to be adding moderators to the site, and we're going to make sure that the stuff doesn't this stuff does not fall into the wrong hands, because the wrong hands are what killed the forums. We'll talk about all this in great detail after we get through the news and all that, but you will be surprised, maybe not surprised, but I'm just going to break it down. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break it down and end it. You know what? Let's get the forums out of the way. Let's just get the forum thing out of the way. We'll just finish that off since I've been kind of breaking it down. Here's the deal with the forums. AJ texts me, I forgot what time. It was in the evening, somewhere between probably 8 o'clock. Something, I forgot what time it was. I'd have to look at my phone. Regardless, says, hey, the forums are down. Check it out. And it was all these error messages. Now, I went and I looked through the site. The stuff, nothing got hacked. So this is what I believe. I do not have 100% proof of this, but someone sent me something that kind of, without them saying it, says it. And I'm not going to say who. And I'm not going to... This isn't about digging up the dirt. Someone that people will probably realize what was been going on in the past that created the forums for the site, because they're not part of the site, just went, boop, delete. I have no, you know what I mean? Like, and it was done. I had no control. That was the last piece that I had no control over for the site. So the person deleted it. The person's blocked me from any account I have on Twitter, even ones I've never responded to on. He just went and dove deep into, and just like, that's how petty this all is. Who cares? So now there is no more control over us. And I just want everybody to know this isn't me trying to be a jerk and like I'm the biggest badass person in the world. I stand by this statement. I will always stand by this statement. The statement will always stand true. This site, SFNEOnline, was created by fans. It belongs to you guys. Yes, I'm the one that pays the bills, but it belongs to me. It belongs to you. Those that want to contribute, whether it's an article, video, articles for the site, you want to be a moderator, you want something, by all means. Everybody knows how to get a hold of me. One way or another, everybody can get a hold of me. And I want this to be, it's a community. It is not, Josh, Dr. Giggles runs it all. That's not what this is. I don't want to run it all. I'm telling you, I don't want that. I want everybody to stand up and go, yes, I am willing to help. You don't have to edit a video. If you can find a way to contribute, no matter how big or how small, that it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Shane Joseph has contributed articles. Lindsay Yale Entertainment is a moderator for this, and for the YouTube, and in any way, shape, or form that he wants to help anybody. Isabel, Infinite Coasters, anybody that's watched Charles, anybody, House of Shine, anybody that watches this show, I welcome anybody on the forums, anybody on social media, Twitter, Facebook. If you're a fan of this site, I call out to you to say, hey, come and help us. Message me, email me something and say, hey, this is what I think I can do. You want to do a food review? You want to do a vlog for us? You want to cover something? You want to write an article? Say, hey, look, I got this idea. What do you think? I'll be honest with you, and I want you guys to be honest with me. I'll be like, if it's something cool. And any time that Shane Joseph has come to me with an article, he's always come up with great ideas. He's written scripts for some videos we're working on. He does awesome work. I have no problem with that dude at all. But like I said, anybody that wants to throw down the gauntlet and help, door is open. That's how SFNEOnline survives way past me. I will do this until I drop dead. You know what I mean? I'll always be around until I drop dead. So, but I want it to continue past me dropping dead in however many years, decades down that is. But again, that's what we want. I feel we're a great community, and that's all I want. That's all I want. Isabel, you can help. You if you want, you can. After this, we can talk. I don't know if you know the email. I'm going to be the ding dong. I'm going to put my email in the chat. By all means, if you want to help, email me. Give me your ideas. What can you help with? Anybody who helps or gives me pictures or makes videos gets full and complete credit. I'm not here like going, oh, this is mine. That's not what this is about. Right there, you look in the chat, that is my personal email. If you want to help, or even if you just want to say what up, send me an email. I'm not going to be mad. Just don't get mad if I don't answer right away. Because depending upon when you email me, I could either be editing a video, I could be at work, I could be sleeping, I could be playing video games with the kids, or at the park and I'm not looking at it. So just give me a little bit of time to email you back. I will. Ask anybody that's emailed me. I've emailed them back, whether it's hours or a couple days later, but it's not like crazy long forever. But you will get an email back. Everybody gets an email back. I don't care. I mean, if you start emailing me and talking trash and I just block you, I don't think anybody of you would, but they could be somebody who does. Just saying. But That's the thing. I'm not the one that destroyed it. And here's another thing too. I was speaking with Charles today through text message, and I used to have this like thing in my mind. Am I the one that hurt SFNEOnline? You know what I mean? And then when I really look back, it's not me. It is not me. I thought I was the one, and it wasn't me. If you think about it, this said person stopped posting, stopped writing articles, stopped doing everything, did absolutely nothing, posted stupid stuff on social media that had nothing to do with me, that I had no access to. And then when I stepped in, I was trying everything I could to help the site and do whatever. Did I overpost stuff? Yeah. Did I make it look like I was just... It's not that it was looking spamish, but I overposted. I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame for that. If I pissed anybody off, I will take that blame. I will. I'm a man. I admit when I'm wrong. And I feel that could have been my problem there. And if you noticed, I've kind of curbed it down. Actually, quite considerably. Quite considerably. Not like I used to. I haven't really been able to make videos because of the whole crazy stuff. Something else crazy that happened yesterday that I'm not... That's another person that had nothing to do with my kids, but something else that I'm not going to get in. It's just... You know, when it rains, it pours. This is all I got to say. When it rains, it pours. And it feels like every week we're having heart-to-heart moments, which I like. Sometimes we veer off that road, and I like it, and it's okay. I don't care. I mean, as long as you guys are willing to put up with it, then hey. But again... Hey, what's up, John? You missed the whole thing about the forums. But, see, look, now right there. He goes, I was inspired by your stories for my own channel since I have a lot of photos from Give Kids the World and American Music Abroad. My AMA series was deleted with my second channel. You know, and, you know, that right there, I could retire from SFNEOnline because, look, my whole goal with this YouTube channel, now, the said person that started the terror on this site, for whatever their reason is, they have said that this is all my adventures and nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants anything but Six Flags New England stuff on it. And I call BS on that, and I want to tell you why. The person that says I am murdering the site, and if I'm murdering it, you guys can raise your hand and go, yes, you're destroying the channel, go away. And I'll go away. I don't want SFNEOnline to die. I want nothing but it to grow. If I'm killing it, say, hey, Josh, some of the things you do is stupid. Go away. I'll give the site off to somebody else and go away. If you enjoy what I do, cool. If not, I get it. But at the same time, that's what I want. I want to be able to inspire somebody with something. Like, I know when last year when I started really talking to John here, you know, he watched some of my videos and was like, because of what I put out there, he went and tried to park out and enjoyed it. That's what this is all about. Whether I'm talking about shows, because I know Isabel loves when we post about the shows. And I know Isabel loves communicating with everybody, and we love communicating with Isabel and everybody that watches the show. We just want this community to grow. And whether we talk about coasters all day or our life problems or whatever it is, that's what I want this show to be. I want this channel to be able to talk about, you know, like when I did the video about the Bizarro Media Day thing. I thought that was like, you know, so many years have gone by. Nobody really talks about it. It was a fun experience. Same thing with the filming of, what do you call it? When Bert the Conqueror came to New England, you know? And House of Shine. Email me after the show or tomorrow or whenever you feel comfortable and say, hey, give me some ideas that what you could, because trust me, the stupid idea is not contacting me and trying. I might say, well, the idea is okay, but try this. You know what I'm saying? You know, all I want to do is, exactly, John says, what you're doing is making it better and getting all the info needed in a community of building friendships and having a good fun time. That's all I want it to be. And I feel this community with SFNEOnline, we all go to all the parks all around New England, right? Like, this site was started because of Six Flags New England. We know that. But it grew over time, well before I took over it, of everybody covering everything. You know what I mean? Like all the New England parks, like compounds, so on. Like, it just grew. And it grows. And then when I go somewhere to another park, I want to show that. I'm not going to not show that because like 5 people are like, oh, it's stupid. It's stupid. You know, that's why it's like, do I wish maybe I wasn't so locked because it was SFNEOnline? But if you look at all the other fan sites out there, they do other stuff. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm trying to be me. I'm not trying to bite off at anybody. I'm just trying to do what I like and what I want to do. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do here. That's why I bring you the news. You guys start talking about stuff in this chat, and then even after the fact, you know what I mean? Like people chime into stuff, and that's what I like, and that's what I want. I want to be able to do things like that with everybody. I want to be able to meet up with everybody at some point. Whether it might not be in a group, but maybe sometimes I go to the park and somebody's there. If you're there, say, hey, what's up? Stuff like that. Cody, yes, I do have plans, and that's in my pile of thing because we just booked Florida stuff and all these other parks that we're gonna do, and I'm going to New England tomorrow, so we're gonna be talking all about that. I'm just getting over the whole what happened to the forums thing and my rant and hopefully my motivational speech to everybody has ran through everybody's spine. But yeah, for those that that tuned in after, those that have my phone number, call me, text me, whatever. You got my email, and you have ideas, and you want to help out this site and this YouTube channel. You can help out on the site, whether writing articles, help moderating the forums. You can help us make YouTube videos, whatever. Like, the sky's the limit. I'm not trying to hold nothing close to the chest. The site is for and always will be for everybody, and everybody is welcome to help join in. Or even if you want to be like, well, I don't want to make the video, but can I be in your video? Like when we're at the park, by all means. If you want to help us do that, you can do that. You want to be featured in a video we make at the park, by all means. You are more than welcome to dive in and be part of it. Everybody that has met me knows I'm not like a jerk, and I'm not full of myself, and I'm like, hey, come on, hang out, I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to bother you. Dude, I'm at the park. Everybody's around. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I think right now I'm going to hold the thing that I'm keeping close to my vest right now is I'm going to keep the social medias to myself. There's nothing against you. I know you wouldn't screw me over or anything. I'm just keeping that one close to the vest. Me and AJ, we'll cover that. That's really all we need right now. I don't really post a whole ton of stuff. I've learned a great lesson with people saying about overposting. So I'm just when some new stuff pops up, I post it. When there's something that needs to be posted, we post it. And at the rate of what we're doing, I can handle that for right now. Now, does that mean people are out in the future? No. Just right now, because I've had a few people that like after the crap hit the fan, tried to destroy everything. They tried to destroy it all. That's what they tried to do. So now I'm being picky and choosy and what I'm willing to help people with. See, this way, if people want to help, I can at least get all the stuff before it goes up anywhere. I don't want anybody to have... I'm not saying any of you guys have ill harm towards the site just because of certain things. I don't know, and please don't anybody take this the wrong way. Right now, I have to see who's on whose side or whatever, and who's out to really destroy it because they got sour grapes and they're crybaby bitches. And you know what I'm saying? I just have to make sure everybody's on the up and up. I don't care. I just want what's best for the site, not what's best for me. And someday, when the site gets monetized, I am not taking any of the money. It goes right back to the site. Maybe, I'm not saying it's going to happen. Please don't hold me to this because the site may never make that kind of money. So just keep that in mind. This is just an idea of, kind of like when you think about like if you win a Powerball ticket. Like you dream. You buy that, you spend that $2 on a Powerball ticket and you go, what would I do with that money? Who would say, I don't know what it would cost, but say say the site made $20,000. It makes zero because we can't monetize, but say the site made 20 grand, right? Say in a couple month period, as we grow, it made 20. It probably won't, but say maybe in a year. Say in a year it made 20 grand. We'll just use that figure. What if the following year I could take that 20 grand and put on an event for all the members of SFNEOnline, and they wouldn't have to pay anything? You just sign up and you get ERT and a meal and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that was something we could do? That could be like an SFNEOnline day, and I go, look, what is it going to cost? You tell me the cost, and we'll see if, you know what I mean? And then we know how much it costs. How much money do they need to make? It's just an idea out there to do something like that. You know what I mean? The possibilities are endless, but, someone accused me of saying that I was, the second I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was going to monetize YouTube and destroy the site. That's what they said I was going to do. First of all, that's not the right thing to do right at that 1,000 subscribers anyway. That's not the right thing to do, to put monetization on right away. If you want to do it right, that's not the right thing to do. I'm just saying every single penny goes. I have a great job. I don't need to take this and make this a career. Would it be awesome? Yeah. It's probably never going to make millions of dollars, but what if it could make enough money to do an event? Like all the money that was made went to an event, or did something cool that benefited every single person. It benefited everybody. It didn't just benefit me. It didn't put money in my pocket. It put money to something that everybody could do. And John, we could talk about that. We could make newsletters and have everybody sign up for a newsletter if they would like. Or you could do like a weekly article about something that we could post on the site. We could talk about that. We can definitely talk about that if that's something you're into. Again, any idea pretty much is, unless it's really bad, but newsletters work. There's a lot of things that people can do. There are a lot of things that people can do to hop on the bandwagon of what I call this community, because all the people that are in this chat right now that we're talking and we've talked outside of the park are awesome. I have no problems with anybody, and we always have great times when we're in the parks, and I can't wait to meet the ones that I haven't met yet. So, all right, enough of this. Let's get on to some news, and we'll just keep talking because there's some cool things that I want to talk about. So that parks, Renitos, whatever. I'm bad. What day? When I don't even know when Ace Day Great Escape is, because I need to go to Great Escape because Jennifer Mance, that was at Six Flags New England, has now moved to Great Escape. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Cody, make sure after the show, shoot me an email or something. We can chit chat, And I put and just so you know, if you re-sign up for the forums, if you're looking for the Great Escape section, it's in the New England parks. I just put it at the bottom. I didn't put Darien Lake. That's in the worldwide parks. And then there's parks in the United States. That's where the other parks are. But yeah. So I have no idea when. I haven't looked. I have to actually renew. It's up at the end of this month. So I got to renew my Ace membership. So that way I can, hey, what's up, Excel? Whoa, you already missed a big, my big speech and what happened to the forums and all that. So anybody that's, I might be able to do that. July 6th to 7th. Sounds like I got something going on, though. I don't know. I know we were talking about doing things in July, and I don't know. I know Great Escape's on my list to go places. It's on now. Because Jessica's never been. Jessica wants to go. The kids and I haven't been in a while, so we want to go and check it out, see what's going on. All right, so let's start with Parks Reunitos, or whatever it is, however you say it. Yes, I butchered the hell out of that, and that's okay. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, they are the owners of Kennywood, Sandcastle, Idlewild, Storyland, Lake Compounds, and a whole ton of other a whole ton of parks. So anyway, there's a company, little group that includes global buyout firm, what do you call it? EQT. They made an offer to buy Madrid-based the company, and they offered $1.3 billion. So it might not be owned by that company anymore. You know, the people. There's going to be a new group of people that own it, like the whole company. I don't know what that means. I don't know who this EQT is. Lindsay, I don't know if you know anything, because I know, like, you research the hell out of everything. I just kind of graze things. Like, if it's something that's, like, really crazy, then I'll, like, research the hell out of it. This was kind of crazy, but it wasn't, like, crazy enough for me to want to research. Because it's probably going to happen. Might not, but I think it is. Probably whoever, because, like, this group already had a whole bunch of, what do you call it? Had a whole bunch of percentage of ownership. They're just buying the rest. So it looks like there could be some new owners, and I don't know what's going to happen when they do that. We should see, because I don't know how many of you have been to Kennywood. I love Kennywood. I know a lot of people, I guess I missed the boat on when it was really its classic self. And as these people bought the, Kennywood and Idlewild and all that, they've kind of taken away that nostalgia a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia there. I mean, I think people are kind of like upset because they added Skyrocket. Now they're adding Steel Curtain. And people, I mean, a lot of people are excited. I'm not saying that people are not excited. I'm just saying that there are a vocal enough group of people to say, hey, we don't like this. And we don't like these changes, etc. So I don't know which way it's going to go. I really don't know. But if you haven't been to Kennywood, regardless of who owns it, I suggest going there. It's a really fun place. You got a lot of stuff. Yeah, Kennywood is really great. Because let me tell you, they got this coaster called Jack Rabbit, small wood coaster, packs a punch near the end. Also, you got Racer, and then you have their Thunderbolt. You have their version of Ghost Hunt, which is much different. There are a lot of awesome rides in that park. You got Noah's Ark. You got Exterminator. There's a lot of classic rides. There were some rides that I've never seen before, that are from like yesteryear, that most of you guys probably would have never thought existed if you haven't traveled outside of a lot of places. Jack Rabbit is awesome. I love Jack Rabbit. I love that double dip. Whoop, whoop. That thing is awesome. I'm literally like standing up. It's crazy. It's awesome. And I love it. I love Kennywood. I love, what do you call it? Phantom's Revenge. Phantom's Revenge is amazing. What do you call it? Kennywood and Cedar Point are on the list of, for 2021 CoasterCon with Ace. So I'm definitely going to do that. And then I'm definitely going to do next year's that has Hershey, Dorney, Knoebels, and Dutch Wonderland is next year's. Hey, what's up, Jason? What's up, Jason? So, yeah, so that's... Just keep a lookout on that. See what happens with the possible change ownership of, with Kennywood and all that. See what happens if the buyout does happen. That would definitely be interesting. So what I want to do next is I want to talk about the fake Six Flags news. Let's see what's going on. What people thought about it. I don't know how many people were like, yeah, it's going to happen. Or did you think no right away? So last weekend, or whatever, all of a sudden these posts started coming crazy. And I was playing Planet Coaster one time, and somebody was like, it might have been even Cody that brought it to my attention. Might not be. I'm not exactly sure. But when we were playing Planet Coaster and with chit chat and all that, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do Planet Coaster after this. Anyway, so there was a crazy rumor going around that Herschend, that owns Dollywood and Silver Dollar City, well, no, you don't apologize for it, Cody. It was just funny that people were really buying into this, and even during the show, well, not the show, but when I was playing Planet Coaster, I'm like, nah, it can't happen. That's the original. So Six Flags Over Texas and Six Flags Over Georgia were definitely like two on that list that were, what do you call it? That supposedly gonna, excuse me, to buy. Now, I saw the article that Screamscape put up about even he bought into it. But what he said was, right now it's not true, but it could in the future be true, because I don't know which year is what, but the right now the original family still owns Over Georgia and Over Texas, and I knew that, and I said that before. What do you call it? So in 2027 and 2028, those deals technically end for Six Flags being like the operator. You know what I mean? Like it's on lease to Six Flags. Now, could this? I guess right now, the calls to the underground are saying, "Hey, we're unhappy the way Six Flags is doing this stuff. We're very unhappy about it, and we want to get out." Now, that's probably something that what do you call it? That they potentially do, and Six Flags does lose those two parks. That is a potential, but we got less than 10 years for that to happen, but we still got some years left. So if you haven't gone, just in case, to Over Georgia and Over Texas, get there as quickly as you can. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case that down the road you lose that and then you can't use your Six Flags pass. It is something that you definitely need to think about. And Isabel's saying, what's Dollywood? Dollywood, like they said, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the country singer Dolly Parton, and she does own a percentage of it, but it's owned by the Herschend family. And I've been there like 3 times, I think. 3 or 4 times. I know I went for CoasterCon. I've gone for Christmas. I've gone for opening. I might have been 3 times. I think. Might have been more. I don't remember. But I know at least of 3 times that I've gone to, 3 different times. I mean, I've been to the park multiple times, but in that 3 times, multiple days. But regardless, 3 different times I went. So you want to do, whenever you go to Dollywood, you want to combine it with a big hike in the Smokies. Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, yeah, Dollywood is amazing. If you've never been to Dollywood, I would definitely check it out. They have a lot of great rides, amazing food. The staff is amazing, very polite, very nice. A lot of hoofing uphill, especially for this fat man, is not nice. They also have that Wildwood Groves that's opening up that I'm actually intrigued in seeing. I was invited to go with Dave and Jody. I think they're going next week. Up to Dollywood, probably in time for Wildwood Groves to open. So, yeah. I'm still kind of on the fence about wanting to go. Like, the door is open if I want to go. Like, if you want to go, let us know. So I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I really do want to go because I want to ride Lightning Rod, and I want to see the park, and I want to eat some food and be a fat ass, kind of thing. So I'm thinking about it. So, but Dollywood is definitely one of those parks that I'm not a huge country fan. I don't really like country music, but I can tolerate it there. I mean, I've seen a bunch of their shows. A lot of the shows are great. Some are not. I mean, Jason, who knows? Jason says even though it's false rumor, I would like for the Hershon family to buy Texas and Georgia. Potentially down the road, maybe it would happen. Maybe that they get sick and tired of it and they go, no, I am not going to put the lease back in your hands. I'm going a different direction. Now, unless Six Flags steps up and really changes things around, because lately, the problem, see, here's my problem, and I know we've all talked about this like a million times, especially with them buying up more parks and stuff. And that one time we had that awesome conversation between Jason and Lindsay and me and Charles and everybody else that was in on this chat was saying, hey, here's some ideas how to fix this. So hopefully they can figure a way to fix this. But they got way too many parks, don't have enough money. So, you know, who knows? Hey, Cody, when you went, did you see the chicken lady there? And did you get a chicken blessing? Did you get a chicken blessing from the chicken lady? That lady is so cool. All right, so next tidbit of news, which is kind of funny. Coastaway Cove in Jersey. Test dummies went and flew off the roller coaster, fell down and damaged the roof of the hotel. And it was fixed. Nothing failed. But it was, the only thing that failed was there was a leak in the water dummies. And because less fluids, they shrunk, didn't get held in, and the dummies went flying. I really wish that I saw that. Like, I wish there was video footage of this. Something. Like, I would have really loved. I know it's messed up. People, like, panicking. The fake news that we just did was about, what do you call it? The potential sale of Six Flags over Texas and Six Flags over Georgia because of the potential of the Hershon family that owned Dollywood and Silver Dollar City and others to potentially happen, buy out Six Flags, but that's not the case at this moment. Maybe in less than, maybe like 8 years or so. What are we in, 2019? So like 7-8 years from now, you may be hearing that same statement actually be true. You potentially could be hearing that someone else is either buying or running the parks for the family for Six Flags. There was somebody on Facebook or whatever that posted this, and they said, well, the talks aren't going on now. They were going on then. And people, when they put, whoever this person was that posted this, people just took it and ran with it. Like, it was crazy. Like, people just took it, ran down the street with it. It was kind of like, what's his name? The British are coming. The British are coming. That's kind of what it was. So instead it was the Hershon family's coming. The Hershon family's coming. They're coming to buy these 2 Six Flags parks. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure we're probably going to be talking about this in like 6 or 7 years from now. And Paul Revere, that's what it was. So I'm sure in 6 to 7 years that we're going to be seeing this talk come around. But I think this time, if that talk happens, it's going to be legit this time. It will be legit because if the family that owns over Texas and over Georgia is still unhappy with Six Flags, you can bet your ass Six Flags will no longer be in control of over Texas and over Georgia. So, Larry, I was saying to everybody that if you have not gone to those parks, make sure you do so within the next, I would say, 5 years, just to make sure that you can still use your pass to get in. Because I don't know what's going to happen after this effect. Maybe nothing happens, and maybe Six Flags just buys it up. And if not, if they choose not to, which I think they would be stupid if they did it. I think that somebody else could get in control of it. Because I believe the way the deal works is at the end of this lease that Six Flags has the option to buy out the remainder shares of the what do you call it? The the family, and then they'll completely own these two parks and probably Whitewater as well. And if that's the case, then they'll officially totally really be in the Six Flags family. No, they don't actually own those two parks. Those are on a lease deal, like like all the all the like the water parks in the park, like Darien Lake was, and Frontier City, and all these water parks and stuff. They're on that kind of deal. So, yeah. I mean, this has been one of those things that I've heard about in the past. Like, I don't get me wrong. I'm not the know-alls, all master wise wizard warlock that knows all. Yeah, the way Kentucky Kingdom used to be, yeah. So I think this is a wait and see approach. And Cody, as you say, Jim Reed Anderson stepping down. We had this huge conversation a couple of weeks ago, and we kind of came up with an idea, like a whole bunch of us, like if we were the ones that were going to take over Six Flags as CEO, what we would kind of do. I mean, Lindsay here brought up like the greatest idea and greatest way to do it, and then Jason, Charles, and I, and everybody else kind of added on to this, and it was awesome. It was awesome. And I think it was really cool, how we all approached it. We all had these great ideas and how to try to make it work. And I think at the end of the day, if they did it that way, I think it would really work. I don't know about anybody else, but I really think it would really work. But we'll have to see whoever I haven't heard any announcement about who the CEO is. We'll have to wait and see how that happens. Well, the approach that Lindsay took in the terms of the idea, well, first Jason said, let's sell off a bunch of parks and just concentrate on X amount. I mean, you could do that too, but I think to keep all the parks you have, do a rotation. Yeah. We did this, Lindsay's idea was do X amount of parks this year, and then X amount of parks the next year. Some not getting something one year, and then some parks might get two in a row, and so then they got to take a year off or two. You know what I mean? However that works. That way you can spread the money, and you can get better attractions, and you're not constantly adding jokers and skyscreamers and clones and garbage rides all the time. Because you're spreading your money thin, you don't have money. You don't have that kind of dough to be able to get awesome attractions everywhere. But you don't need to add a new ride every year. I don't think you do. I mean, because somebody, I don't know who the hell it was, said you kind of don't get excited about attractions anymore. Because they're coming every year. You know something's coming, you just don't know what. So I think if they focus more on making sure that the buildings are painted, the pavement's good, you focus on all the... And I know people are going to hate that. People are going to hate that because people are so used to having rides, and that's all people want. If you look online, I make fun of all of them. Not out in public, just in my own little head. But think about this. Think about this for a second. Everybody wants a coaster every year. You can't have a coaster every year. They can't fit. Plus, you need other things to do besides roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. A lot of people want what's new and what's great, and they don't care about... They would rather have a new ride than making sure things look pretty. You, Marcus, I'm making fun of you. No, I'm kidding. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, it's just one of those things where I'm okay with if people, take a year off, make your Fright Fest better, make your Christmas better, make sure the buildings are painted, make sure, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is make sure your house is in order, make sure the parks are clean. Do better training. Hire better employees. Maybe because you're not buying a new ride every year, spend a little bit more on your employees. You know, give them a little bit higher wage so you can attract a little bit better talent and not stupid teenagers that just want to hook up and get a paycheck and not really care and not really pay attention. I've heard some horror stories this year from other Six Flags parks that people have been posting, and I guess, as they say, you get what you pay for. So, you know, I'm hoping that whoever the new CEO is can actually get down with not adding a ride and just be okay with get your house in order, get things working, get your maintenance down, get your place clean, get everything going. The Six Flags could think about it. If you know, like, okay, this year, say, like 7 parks got it, and the next year, the next 7 or 8 parks got a ride. That off year, instead of spending millions of dollars on a ride, paint, refurbish, remodel, add restaurants or add bathrooms or remodel the bathrooms, make the bathrooms bigger, do something other than just keep adding a ride and running out of money to do other things. And what happened? Well, the problem, and the thing that we've talked about a lot, Cody, is with Great Escape, because of where it is and what it is, you're never going to see the Great Escape under Six Flags ownership become a Six Flags New England or anything like that. It's going to be a vacation destination, you know, seasonal. It's going to play to the crowds that go. And when they do all these different surveys and stuff and what they get back, that's what they're going to put in. The return on investment takes a while to get back, so they're not going to spend big money. It's more like if you're going to get a new coaster, it's probably going to be a relocated one. You know, they have limits, like on height and stuff like that. They have certain limits that they can do, certain limits of money they can spend. And unfortunate, that's just how it goes with Great Escape. Now, I don't know why with Lerone, they, it's just weird. And do you know that Mr. Six, the person that played Mr. Six in the commercials, was really a woman? And it was not a man. Because to get him to dance like that, they needed someone who could move like that. You know? Me personally, what I would rather have is I would rather have, like, every other year or every 2 years get an attraction, whether it's a roller coaster, a flat ride, something. Something to get excited about. Yep, Mr. Six was played by a woman. Just because of the dance moves, they couldn't get a guy that skinny and be able to dance like that, and they were able to get a woman to do that. So, I can't do the moves, so don't worry about that. But again, me personally, I'm probably sure like you, Jason, I would be all for every couple of years getting a good attraction. Whether it's a flat ride, a roller coaster, or something. Get rid of the damn duplicate rides that we have up here. But I would rather see a lot of parks do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel... I honestly feel that is probably the better step to go into. Yeah, it looks good on paper that Six Flags, that the parks are getting something new every year at every park. But what sucks is we're always getting these stupid clones and these stupid rides, and there's no innovation and there's no risk taking. It's just, I'm going to the Costco of amusement parks and I'm just buying in bulk just to save money. Why not just cut how many parks you're buying for every year and go with the new approach to make it more exciting and taking care of the maintenance of your buildings, your parks, make them beautiful, stepped the game up. There was times in the past where all the Six Flags parks, at one time or another, believe it or not, actually look beautiful and were actually well taken care of. This is like way pre-bankruptcy, but it used to look really nice back in the day. And I'm not just talking Six Flags New England. I'm talking Great Adventure, all the parks. At one point, they were amazing and they were beautiful. But what they did was the maintenance and the beauty got a back seat so they could add thrill machines. So now people are just trash talking Six Flags going, it looks like a pile of crap. You know, Riverside was beautiful. I remember those days. It was like, and I know I've said this on the show before, it's probably like a broken record. Back in the 80s, up to about mid-90s, at least in New England anyway, all the parks used to be amazing in New England. Whether it was Lincoln Park, Rocky Point, Canopy Lake is still beautiful. That's not a corporate park. But, you know what I mean? Lake Compound, everything used to be like really beautiful, well manicured. Everything was great. And then corporations came in and destroyed it. They wanted the almighty dollar, making sure the stockholders were taken care of, and everything else took the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks, they're not Disney. I get it. They're not Disney. They don't have Disney money. So if you're going to be a theme park, I'm tired of the cardboard cutout, what we call cardboard cutouts. It's just a cheesy sign that has a guy on it. You know what I'm saying? So I am not the type of person that is going to say that Six Flags is even in the realm of a Disney. I mean, there was hope with the Justice League rides. Like, that kind of reminded me of, like, you know, like Spider-Man the ride to a sense. It was like that. It was great. But, I mean, if that's all you got, you need to really step it up. Spend the money, and every park should get something awesome every few years. You know? So, that's one thing that I'm hoping that they could turn around. I'm going to start trying to reach out to Six Flags Corporate to get these ideas in their head. My voice will probably go unheard. It'll probably fall on deaf ears, but... You know, so who knows? You know, so Cedar Fair is taking the Paramount parks back to their heyday glory as seen at Wonderland and King's Dominion. I will applaud Cedar Fair Park for doing that, especially because I went to Canada's Wonderland last year, and I went, you know, I've gone to King's Dominion. Cedar Point, to me, Cedar Point isn't anywhere near that level of King's Dominion or Wonderland. It's just not. Hang on, I'm going to put my email back up for anybody that wants to contact me after the show. And for those that came in after I gave out the email the first time, this was... So if anybody wanted to contact me about wanting to help out with this show, wanting to help out, you know, with the website, anything like that, if you have any ideas you want to run by, you got articles you want to write, it really doesn't, you know, like I said, I always just want people that want to help. If they can help, they can help. That's all I want people to be able to do. So we'll see. I made a small video about it, not huge. It was mainly more about Canada because we did a lot of fun Canada stuff. But let me tell you quickly before we jump into any other news. With Canada's Wonderland, the last time I had been to Canada's Wonderland was 1995 before last year. So that was a long time in between trips. And I will say, when we were there, we were able to see the construction going on for Yukon Striker, which was beautiful. Canada's Wonderland, I feel, is better than Cedar Point. Not in terms of the amount of coasters. I'm just talking about the beauty of the park itself. I'm not saying all of Canada's Wonderland is perfect by any means, but let me tell you, most of it is beautiful. It's a great park. It was really busy that day, and I had fun. I love that. I forgot the name of the ride. The claw one, maybe it's called the claw. I don't know. The one where, you know, it looks like a claw. It's spinning, and then the thing, you know, it's up high. It's like that only one around or whatever. I got to ride that. That was cool and unique, and it was awesome. Canada's Wonderland is definitely something different, and if anybody has the chance to go there, it's different than a jump too. Hang on, let me do this real quick. What I'm gonna do, like I do a lot of the time. Let me see if I'll know the ride. I forgot what the name of the ride is. Where are you? Oh, it's called Sledgehammer. I'm just trying to... Let me do this. It helps if I can spell. Alright. I don't know whose picture this is that I'm downloading. There we go. Hang on, let me just... Where is this? Okay. We're just going to put that there. All right. Theme Park Insider. I'm hoping they're okay with this. If not, I'm sorry. But hang on. Let me... did I just close? Okay, I didn't do that. Let me add this real quick, just so you guys can see what the ride looks like, because it's crazy. And it gave a crazy, crazy ride. Wait, where's the pictures? All right. Okay. All right, let me just blow this up a little bit so you guys can see this real quick. But this ride was nuts. This ride was like crazy, crazy, crazy when I rode it. Like, it was the craziest thing that I've ever seen in my life. You know. But yeah, so if you look at this, the way that this ride works, as you can see, is it's spinning in a circle, and then the little seats, the little hands that they're spinning, and then like the arms up and down and all that, and spin all around. So yeah, that's the that thing, and I mean, you can look online and see it. I remember it had that ride always breaks down. I don't expect that ride to be there forever, because matter of fact, when we were there for the Ace event, they let us in. They let us in like in the maintenance area of that ride, and it was just crazy seeing all the stuff. It was nuts. Yeah, so that ride was nuts, and it literally, like, it went down, and we waited in line for like 30 minutes, and it was like, it literally opened up 5 minutes before the park closed. They let us on, and I got it. I almost didn't get the ride on it, and I'm glad I did. I rode a bunch of rides. I cut out a couple coasters, like the Kitty Wood coaster. I'm like, I'm not waiting for that. I didn't do the boomerang. I'm like, because I've done one boomerang. They're all the same. Like, I did all the coasters that, you know, like they didn't, you know what I mean? Like, that were different. Like, I did Leviathan, and I did the Wonder Mountain ride that was inside. But what they did at night was they put the Halloween version of it with the zombies and stuff. That thing was nuts. It didn't have the regular version that everybody rode during the day. You know. Yes, I rode Behemoth. I enjoyed Behemoth. I rode the bigger wooden coasters that I thought were very, very painful. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the wood coaster there. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And we rode that ride with the plane, it went up in the air and you could flip the plane over. I couldn't get it to flip though. I could not get it to spin. I think I was too fat for the ride. Yeah, the finale was cool as hell on the zombie version. But they threw it on for us for the Ace event because it wasn't Halloween time for that, and it was totally awesome. I thought it was great. You know. All right, what else can we... I definitely want to go back. Yeah, it's sad to see the Huss rides leave, because Huss made a lot of really awesome rides in the past. There's still some surviving. There's some that are just getting ripped out. Unfortunately, it's the end of an era. But Hoos, however you want to say it, they had some really great rides, and I don't know. No, it's absolutely fine, Cody. But yeah, so again, this is what it is. So the next thing I wanted to quickly go over was the difference. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Skyhawk. I believe that's what it is. Nah, it's all good, Cody. Don't worry about it. It's all good, man. All right, so what I wanted to do quickly was just go over some of the cabana things and how they're worth it. I did a review. It's on this YouTube channel if you want to see the stuff, but I'm just going to quickly break it down. For 3 parks, I just get a little blips on each, the cost, and I'll let you know what I feel if the cabana prices are worth it. It really depends. So Lake Compounce, I got an email about this, and that's what made me think about this yesterday from Lake Compounce. So, they were advertising the cabanas coming up because water parks up here will start opening soon. I hope S&S isn't next, but who knows? All right, so this is what you get. You're gonna each cabana accommodates up to 10 guests. Cabanas are located conveniently in the Crocodile Cove, including in your cabana rental is a souvenir, Lake Compounce bag, a towel, sunscreen, exclusive coupons that can be used throughout the park in 2 large lockers for $149. Now, I've seen them. I haven't used them. I haven't tried them out, but I think I might try them out this year. I think for the price, honestly, I think that's worth it. But you're getting lockers, you're getting stuff. It's a nice place to keep your stuff. I think it's okay. Now, the next one, I got a Six Flags New England. Hey, what's up, Zach? So again, I think the Lake Compounce one is worth it for the cabana. I haven't tried it out, but when I do, I'll do a review on it. We'll post it, and I'll see if it's worth it. Right now, as I look at it, I think it is. So I don't know. The next one I got, Six Flags New England. They have 2 cabanas. They got the premium and the family. So the premium is the cabanas that are next to the wave pool. And then you get 1 private cabana with a table, 4 chairs, 2 lounge chairs, 6 complimentary beverages, a wait staff to place food orders from select Hurricane Harbor restaurants. You get a flat screen TV. You get a safe. You get 4 single or 2 double tube rentals. That's changed because it used to be 6. I have to find out about that. But if you want to add other people, it's $20. Now, I've done this multiple times at Six Flags New England. So, I feel... Now, the cost of this is $250. But if you have a Diamond Elite Pass, you can get 30% off. But because of the Diamond Elite Pass, it's a little bit harder to get the cabanas. And you can't book it online with said discount. You have to do that there. So we'll see. We'll see what that is. So, but there's a family cabana that's over by, the family area in Hurricane Harbor. And then we got, you get a private cabana with 1 table, 4 chairs. You basically get all the same stuff. In both each have a max guest of 10 guests. So you can add the guest up at Hurricane where they do that. So let's see how that goes. Now, the last one is Volcano Bay. And then Jason says, let's see how Steel Curtain turns out. I hope it's amazing. I think Steel Curtain is going to be amazing. I don't care about the theme because I'm not a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I'm not going to take away the fact of it's probably going to be a halfway decent coaster. That's what I think. I think it's going to be halfway decent. I think it's going to be good for the park. Plus, having a partnership with the Steelers and Kennywood, Pittsburgh goes hand in hand in hand. Yeah, and you are right, Larry. You can there's an area with chairs and stuff that you can get. You can reserve a free spot if you got the Diamond Elite. I would prefer to have the cabana if I can get it. Let's be honest. you know, everybody just shared the bill. We split the bill up, so it wasn't like dropping. I think it came to we just take 30% off of $250. That's what we were paying. So the last one I want to talk about was Volcano Bay, because I may go to Volcano Bay in a Florida trip this year. Don't know. This is something I'm looking at. I gotta talk it over with the future wifey. Make sure we can do that. Yeah, that'd be funny. I'm gonna laugh when the contract expires with the Steelers and they have to retheme everything. That is gonna be funny when that happens. That's why I'm hugely against doing these partnerships like this, because it only lasts for a smaller time. Then you got to spend all that money erasing what it is, and it's a pain in the butt. But so Volcano Bay, it says relax and wine, enjoy the charm of your own private cabana in paradise with extreme comfy seating, concierge service, and more. Each retreat offers padded lounge chairs, a small refrigerator stocked with bottled water, complimentary fruit and snack basket, towel, and locker service, plus concierge service with an exclusive menu of food and drinks delivered directly to the cabana. 1-story and 2-story retreats are located throughout the park. So there's two. There's the one that's fits 6 guests, which is $199, and then up to 16 guests is $599. I kind of want a cabana there. We'll see. Yeah, West Coast races. Yeah, that's gonna be. Well, there's a little bit of problem there because they got that customs place, that car customs place. I forgot the name of it. That's gonna be doing work with it, and when that deal runs out, they're gonna have to take that off and then just do a basic. Kind of like what they did with the, like the Italian job, the ones at the Cedar Fair Parks, the little launchy coaster there. Same concept. But yeah, hey, Steve, you just gotta. That's why, like, if I owned a park, I would not do these stupid IP deals. I wouldn't spend the money. I know that's what people want. I think it's, what I think it's time for? I think it's time for people to get off the whole IP horse thing and just let parks come and create their own stuff. Forget these superhero themes. Forget whatever theme you have. I do not go to a park because, oh my God, I gotta go there because of DC superheroes. Didn't you say the ones at Volcano Bay? Yeah, the ones at Volcano Bay had that look and feel to them. They look like that. Like, I am totally against IP. I don't go to parks for that. And really, I hate to say this, but if you're one of those people, what do you call it? I don't think people really, I think if you're one of those people that only go or buy things because it's what's popular or it's a certain IP of a thing, I think you're an idiot. And I really think someone should slap you in the face. Don't get me wrong. I love Superman the Ride. But would I cry if they took away all... Right now, if they go, no more DC, no more Looney Tunes, we're creating our own thing. Right? Six Flags is just going to create their own... We're going to use Six Flags. Six Flags is just going to create their own thing. That's it. No more IPs. It's all originality. I don't necessarily think it might, I don't know, because people are stupid. People are definitely stupid. But I think you don't need IPs. I want the originality. Just like Jason, I want originality. I don't want to. I'm tired of all this. Hey, the DC guys or the Looney Tunes or the Peanuts or, I get it. Yeah, I mean, right now with Six Flags, Six Flags is known for having Looney Tunes and they're known for having DC. As long as you see, this is my belief. Excuse me, and I've believed this for a while. I may have said this before out loud. I honestly feel that they're using these IPs because they don't really believe in their ride. They're trying to say this is Cyborg or this is Wonder Woman or this is Superman or Batman. And they're not letting the ride itself speak for itself. They're putting all this pizzazz with trying to put effects and characters involved in the queue lines. Now, yes, I like to have some immersiveness in my queue line, in my ride experience. That's fine. I don't mind that. But the originality. I want the originality. Like, I mean, look at, like, let's use Copperhead Strike. I haven't ridden it, but I've seen plenty of pictures and video. Same thing with Twisted Timbers. Those aren't IPs. They're not based off of a TV show. They're not based off of a movie. They're not based off of a comic book or a book. I believe it is. I could be wrong, Larry, but I think Peanuts is the only theming that they use for the kids. So I think that's the only thing. Back when it used to be like Paramount Parks for some of them, they actually had theming for the Paramount stuff. But I believe Peanuts right now is the only IP thing. I mean, they got that like weird thing with the Monster Jam going on this year with a few of the parks. But that's just like an experience that's rolling through for a little bit and then leaving. That's not a mainstay at the park, but you get what I'm saying. So I honestly think that what these parks should do is just, yeah, Six Flags doesn't have, yeah, I haven't seen Scooby-Doo around, but that was the whole, well, with the Warner Brothers, they just probably didn't want to pay that license. Yeah, I haven't seen Scooby or Shaggy in a while. I think last year I seen them. I haven't seen them this year. But for rides wise, no, they haven't been. They re-themed all those. They didn't want to pay the licensing fee. But I think what they need to do is like how Cedar Fair did with Copperhead Strike, Twisted Timbers, and stuff like that. When they theme their queues, they're just kind of fitting into the scenario of where that ride is, and they're starting to name their rides based on the location of the park, something that's themed to the area all overall, and then just taking it and they're theming it to that kind of theme. That's originality. That's what I want to see all parks do, that, not just Six Flags. I want to see all the Cedar Fair parks do it. Knoebels does an all right job with certain things like the mine ride there, Black Diamond. That was cool. That was themed off of the mining industry and the mining stories of the area. Perfect. I mean, they're not a theme park, though, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, Wicked Cyclone doesn't have an IP. Wicked Cyclone is just Wicked Cyclone. And for what they did with Wicked Cyclone, they actually did it pretty good with the plane in the wall, a real plane, the van and the satellites and the weather stuff, the boat, the little boat they got. That was all done great. Oh, yeah, the Boston sign, Massachusetts signs and stuff. Like what they did with that, they should be doing more of that. I don't expect it to be Disney-level type stuff. I'm not expecting that at all. I know Six Flags is not Disney. We all know that. They don't get that kind of money. What they did for Wicked Cyclone is what they should be doing for all the rides. Forget doing the stupid Gotham City, It's cool for what it is. It's time to get away from that. Yeah, I agree with you, Zach. I mean, let's face it. When they put in a new, think about it. Next year when the park opens, when Cyborg opens, most of the effects aren't going to work. Six Flags doesn't take care of their stuff. And it's not just them. A lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you can still see the fog machine underneath the van. Yeah, children's IP is definitely a different animal because that's right at this point, children only know like a Sesame Street or the Peanuts or Looney Tunes or whatever Disney stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So I think with all that, I think what they should probably do is get away from the stupid IP stuff. Plus, they'd save so much money. You wouldn't have the stupid licensing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could take the Joker and take out the Joker and the theme and just theme it to clowns and stuff. But yeah, the other part of your statement, Zach, about Six Flags employees always looking mad and pissed off. It's their kids. They're not. Most workers are not excited like you are to go work. Most people are not excited to work anywhere. You know. Excuse me. So it's tough to weed out who you hire, because most people don't want to work at a lot of places. Like, they could never afford to hire me. I would love to work at a park, but they can't afford me. I make way too much money for me to walk away from my job. Oh, it tasted excellent. But I make way too much money at my job for me to walk away from my job to go work at Six Flags. Would not happen. Never in a million years. Now, if they could at least match my pay, give me a little more, I would consider it. You know, but that's never going to happen, because I'm not willing to start at the bottom and work my way up, and I'm not expecting to start to work at the top. I don't have the experience, but still, I wouldn't go work as a ride operator or a games person for $10 an hour. Out of your mind. Or whatever they're paying over there. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't work at any park like that. Any park. If you ain't paying me good, I ain't going. I'm not going to go be poor just to go work at an amusement park. Now, if I was retired, older, when I'm older, yeah, I'd consider it, Like, instead of sitting home, I'll just go work at a park for a couple times a week. Then I can get in the park for free and go have a good time. I'd be okay with that. But right now, no. That's why you got pissed off workers. They don't want to be there. They're just there for a paycheck, and maybe they haven't found the significant other they were looking to bang. They were just pissed. I don't necessarily think that is the correct statement, Jay. The only reason why I say this is because I know a lot of employees at Six Flags, and I see the camaraderie and I see how management treats the workers. I've physically seen it without them knowing I was even around watching. I've seen it. Plus, I know all the workers that tell me how it is. They tell me I'm not saying all upper management and all that treat their employees perfect. I'm not defending that. I'm just saying a lot of it is family-like. I know, like, at a Holiday World and a Silver Dollar City, obviously much different. And I think all employees all around the board are treated a much different. I think it comes down to the mentality of who the big bosses are at, like, corporate, sending the marching orders, down the pipeline. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think as they send the information down, it depends where the marching orders are coming from and the attitude coming from there. Because I agree. Like, I've been to Dollywood, and the employees, the morale is amazing. The workers are amazing. They're always... I've never seen a pissed off or unhappy employee at Dollywood. Never seen it. If you can show me one, I would be shocked. I have never seen it ever in my life. Never. Never in a million years have I seen it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that I personally haven't seen it. Six Flags, Cedar Fair Parks, hear it all the time. Hear it all the time. How were you treated poorly on Wicked Cycle on an open day? Did you have to do the walk of shame like I did? Me being a fat ass? But actually, I think they fixed that problem finally. But me being a fat ass, I had to do the walk of shame. And hopefully tomorrow I do not have to do that same walk of shame. I will not do the walk of shame. I will say, let me switch my seat. There will be no walk of shame for me tomorrow. Mark my words. No walk of shame for this guy tomorrow. Actually, nobody at work knows I'm taking the day off and going to the park. Nobody knows. Actually, Jessica doesn't even know that I'm going. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I just decided tonight, and I already got my preferred parking, so I do not have to walk across the street. I don't want to walk up them stairs. I want to be lazy. That's all I want to do. Oh, that's awesome. They got the green train on this year. Is it just green? What other colors are they putting on this year? Did they got 2 trains ready to roll this year? That's the question. Well, they'll know now, or if they don't see me and they call me tomorrow and go, "Hey, where are you?" I'm at Six Flags, yo. For those that know and those that don't know, and Larry, when I do tell you privately what has gone on in the last couple of weeks, you're gonna crap your pants. You'll be in shock. A lot of people would be in shock. And some people will get it and understand it as time goes on. Well, to an extent. But that's neither here nor there. But you would poop it the pants. Like Lindsay knows, Charles knows, John knows. Well, I just can't wait for the 2 trains to run on and plus, Larry, you do need to know what's going on. So after the show, I'm going to message you before I go into playing Planet Coaster. So just be prepared for a message after the show, Larry. I know I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks, but you definitely need to be in the know. Let's see, this is random, but you guys might know I was making a 5-year plan for a park, and it includes a scream and swing, but I hear their maintenance nightmares and expansive to upkeep. Is that any true? It is a maintenance nightmare. If you talk to Jerry Brick at Lake Compounds, he will tell you what a pain in the ass that those scream and swings are. I am shocked that Busch Gardens was rolling the dice on this. The problem is there's a lot of moving parts to it, and I know the versions that they have now are different than what Lake Compounds has, because I think Lake Compounds may have gotten one of the first ones, and obviously they've made differences, because he said that they had to change something on theirs, but they were having a problem, and he goes, it's just really expensive to run both, and they don't want to really run both unless they have to, because when they break down, then it's a pain in the ass. They got to take them apart, fix what's going on, and they are maintenance nightmares. It's like the like that ride that was Twister at New England, whatever the hell they call those stupid flippy things. My brain's really not working today very well. Just too many things going on. But yeah, the a lot of motors and stuff. You got to be careful what you. That's like that Skyhawk ride we were talking about at Canada's Wonderland. That is one ride that he's looking at to add to the park. Hey, what's up? What's up, Sean? But he's waiting to hear on something if there's a fix and a resolve for something to do with the wings. Kickflip zipper. No, not the kickflip zipper. I forgot what type of ride they call it. Oops, I'm losing my glasses. You know, so I forgot what the hell they call those things. Great Adventures got one over by Superman and their Superman and Green Lantern. Who the hell makes it? I think it's Huss that makes it. Hang on. Give me a second here. Let me see. Oh, Top Spin. That's what it is. A Top Spin. Hey, you have a great night. Yeah, just like I said, House of Shine there. Just email me. We can talk, and we can see how you know what you feel comfortable with helping us out with. But yeah, he wants one. I forgot where he wanted to put it. He told me exactly where he wanted to put it. But they have an issue with this ride that he's just waiting on other parks to see what the easy fix is for it. Because there was something about the wings from everybody moving them like that. There was something that was breaking off. And it was really a pain in the ass because people are just like going crazy with them, and something's happening, cracking them, and they're breaking easy. So they don't know if the company has made a fix for it. He's keeping an eye out, and he's been in talks with parks that have them. So it's potentially down the road for something that they could get. I don't know which one he wants to get, which one he will get, if he'll even get it. But he's got a list of rides that he wants. So we'll see what happens. Yes, and the Hoos Top Spin, they're starting to remove them, and that's part of the problem. There's a couple problems with this ride. the different motors on the ride. And Hus being what it is right now, they're not in a good place. They're just not. They are not in a good place right now, and that's why things are the way they are with them right now. It is highly unfortunate, yes. We all know this. They're not the company that they used to be, and they're not doing really... I don't even hear about anybody adding any of these new rides in from them. It's a shame because they were like at the top of the game. And now they're like nothing. I don't think there's a lawsuit. I think that whole lawsuit thing got put to bed, but I don't think you're going to be seeing Gerstlauer and Six Flags working too much together right now until that bad blood goes to the side a little bit. Because like after that unfortunate death at Six Flags over Texas, over the new Texas Giant, that was a Gerstlauer train, even though it was an RMC coaster, but RMC didn't have trains, and they were suing each other, and it was a mess. I think down the road, until they get that bad blood cooled down, until then, you're not going to see much. I don't know what ride they bought. I know Marcus could answer that question. And I'm sure a lot of you could answer that question because I don't know what they're getting for next year. I haven't the slightest clue. So, yeah, I don't know. I just happened to quickly check email. The cool thing is everybody's starting to re-sign up for the forums. It's a beautiful thing. I just have to approve too. I know, shame on me, approving members while I'm, approve. Like, I know who these people are, so I can approve them without having to even check the IP addresses. So hopefully we get back into business here with this website and everybody just starts, did anybody type anything yet? No. Oh, well. But, hey, look at that. We're getting people on. We're getting people on. People are coming back. Woo! Very happy about that. Yeah, I don't think, especially after that. What was that ride? I got it over here. I think they still sell the ride. Wait, what is it? No. No, not that one. They still sell Condors? Oh, the new version of it. Whoa, they still sell the Enterprise pirate ship Shot and Drop. Wow. What's this family ride? Oh, isn't it like the King Kong ride or something they had? Oh, Topple Tower is what they had, right? They had a Topple Tower that didn't work, and then they sued them. Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah. What is Great Adventure going to get in 2020, Ryan says. I think they're going to get a coaster. What they're going to get, I don't know. I know Ryan is a huge wanting a Raptor. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll get that. I just think they're going to get a coaster, especially... I don't know how many people have noticed Great Adventure this year. They did a lot of maintenance stuff in the off-season. And the park is looking awesome right now from what I've seen. Haven't been this year. We'll be there at some point this year. But what do you call it? They're getting their Wonder Woman, like our Harley Quinn this year, which is great. I think it's time that they're going to get something. I don't know where they would put a Raptor or anything like that. I don't know where. They got land. We all know that they got land to build. They're not... Who the hell is going to get the first T-Rex? Yeah, a lot of parks are not biting on the T-Rex. And the reason for that is they cost way too much money. They cost way too much. They said what do you call it? They said the cost of a T-Rex is like B&M kind of money, like big B&M money. So a lot of parks are like, I don't know about that, because I think even RMC said it's going to be a while. Yeah, look, I'm glad for people trying innovation. I'm thankful that people are trying different things. I'm telling you, my idea, like we've said a million times, innovation needs to start kicking in a high gear. They need to take these old school rides that they no longer make and change them for new times and make them fat friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these rides, like the satellites and the skydivers and stuff like that, you try to get me in one of them things, I'm like, I'm all squished, I can't get in. So, look, I don't know. I have no idea right now what Great Adventure is going to get. I'm probably not going to find anything out for another month or two to what's going on anywhere. If something big's going to come if they're going to get a coaster for Great Adventure, you're going to start seeing stakes and paint and stuff going in soon. If it's in an area that we can see. That's any park. If you start seeing the orange construction paint, you start seeing stakes in the ground, that means they're getting ready for a coaster. That stuff's going to start happening soon, especially if it's going to be a decent sized one. What it is, what it's going to be put in, I don't know. I have no clue. I will find out, though. I always find out. But at this time, I don't know. But I always find out. I'm a snoop. I find things out. Nah. Dippin' Dots guy said Great Escape is not getting a B&M. They're getting a 250-foot launch coaster. That's what Dippin' Dots guy said. I loved it when I got to about like 3-4 years ago. I got to ride a skydiver at Lakemont when they had one, but they don't have it no more. But I mean, I was like squished in that thing. You should have seen it. I was just like, it's kind of funny. Great Adventure removed their car ride in the off season so they could be doing a kids area in 2020. What car ride? Great Adventure don't got a car. What car ride? What am I missing out on? What car ride? Are you talking about the go-karts? I don't know. What car ride are you talking about? Was there a car ride I missed? I don't know. I don't remember. You think RMC will make an inverted track pterodactyl? Maybe they'll make a triceratops. Maybe they get a triceratops. I don't know. Oh, over there. Yeah, see, I don't look at that. I don't even know what the hell's over there. I personally don't really care. I really don't care about if what they have in the kiddie area. They just need to put some. Honestly, I think what they should do. Let's be honest here. I think they should get rid of their safari area. Wait, before I say that, they have the Bugs Bunny Boomtown, and they got the safari area, right? And don't they have another Bugs Bunny area? Or they retheme that? I thought there was another Bugs Bunny area. I can't remember, but I think they should just have two areas, and I think they should not theme them to Looney Tunes or DC Kids. Nothing like that. They should just create their own, like Safari Kids. Keep that. Just retheme it. Kiddie train would be replacing safari tours this year or next year. They need to stop with them little stupid trains. They need to put in a real train ride. Real train ride. That's what it is, seaport. I know there was a seaport. But regardless, what I think needs to happen is they need to stop the IP thing. Stop it. Stop. Like, look, Nitro is an original name. You know, retheme Batman the ride and retheme Batman Dark Knight to something different. Get rid of the Justice League theme and make it original. It'll cost them some money, but they can do it. But they should do it. Just saying, they should do it. All right, what else do I got left on this list of crazy things? Oh yeah, King's Dominion. I don't know how many of you have seen the sign. It showed animals on it and about an upcoming an adventure and going in volcano spots. So, what do you guys think is coming to King's Dominion? That's going to replace the volcano. What do you guys think's coming? I don't think they're going to add animals themselves, but maybe, I don't know. It's going to keep the theme. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's going to keep that safari-ish kind of theme that they got going on in the area. But I don't know what you guys think is going to go to King's Dominion. I hope not a petting zoo. I think it's a waste. I'm hoping, like, maybe they'll do like something like Disney did with Jungle Cruise or something. You know, maybe some kind of fake thing. You know, maybe this is going to be. I don't know. The possibilities right now are endless, and it's a nice little tease to be thrown at people. I just don't know what's going to go. Could it be a coaster? Could it be some kind of weird ride, like I don't think a water ride per se, like a jungle cruise, but maybe something you're in safari jeeps going, like a fake little dock ride thing or something. I don't know. I was thinking flight deck from Wonderland and call it Thunderhawk. You could. I mean, they just need to get rid of these stupid IP themes across the board and just come original. That's it. That's what I want. That's what I need. I know it's my own personal thing. Do I have any other news, or is that it? I believe that's it for the news, but that doesn't mean we're done. What I want to talk about before we do leave is upcoming park trips. So I don't know if anybody's going to be around or wants to meet up for some of them. Yeah, maybe an attraction themed afternoon. That's a good thinking, Jason. That's actually a good. I don't know. Out of all the things I thought about, I didn't even think about that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I don't know. So anyway, these are upcoming park trips that I have coming up. Now, we know some of them are going to happen during ACE events. Some probably not. But I'm planning a trip to go to Edaville, whether it's with the kids or by... I really don't want to go by myself. I don't want to look like a child molester going into a kid park. I got to bring the kids with me regardless. I think I'm going to have to make them go with me. I know it's a really kiddie park with Thomas the Train. But here's the problem. It's a kiddie park. It's an awesome kiddie park. But I want to make sure that while I'm going and I'm riding rides, because I'm going to ride rides. I want to ride the Thomas thing, so I'll just bring the kids to keep myself safe from looking like a child molester, because, so the next is Storyland, the Santa's Village, and Funtown Splashtown. That's part of the ACE event that's going on in the summer, so I'll catch them then. Also, obviously, Lake Compounce, Six Flags New England, Great Escape. Those are definitely, what do you call it? Definitely, going to. Now here's the other things that I'm going to add to the list. Well, they're on the list. So we are going to Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. We are also going to Hollywood Studios. This is an October trip, beginning of October. I do not have any high hopes of getting into Star Wars Land. That's not the purpose of going. Jessica hasn't been to Hollywood Studios in forever. She wants to go. Her daughter has never been, so my future daughter-to-be has never been to any of the Florida parks. Not any of them. She's never been to Florida. So, yes, we are doing Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to Halloween Horror Nights. We are going to Busch Gardens in Tampa. We're going to do the haunts and regular. We're going to go to Fun Spot because I love Fun Spot. Matter of fact, I'm buying myself a season pass to Fun Spot only because I'm going to be going back again in November for IAPA. So I'm just going to buy and then when I come down for IAPA, I'm just going to bring the pass. But I am going to go to Fun Spot. I love Fun Spot. I know it's like a quirky little place, but I love it. But yeah, we're going to do Hollywood. The bad thing is Hollywood Horror Nights I'm going to do on a Saturday night, but we're going to kick in the dough and buy the VIP tour or the RIP tour. So, what do you call it? There we go. Yeah, so they what do you call it? So yeah, we're just going to be doing this thing and we're going to go and we're going to have fun. So we're going to do. So if anybody is around when we're going, then we'll just what do you call it? If you find out, when we know when we're going, we're going to what do you call it? If you want to meet up or whatever, by all means, let me know. We will definitely hang out and do the damn thing. It'll be fun. We'll all have fun. It's gonna be great, and you know how it is. It'll be a great time. Not worried at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna do Hollow Screams in Tampa. SeaWorld probably not, because what we did was we asked Jessica's daughter. We said, what would you like to do? We presented SeaWorld. We presented Busch Gardens. We presented a lot. We presented a lot of stuff down the line. And yeah, so that so she picked Busch Gardens. She didn't really want to go to SeaWorld. So SeaWorld's not one that we're gonna do. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, here comes the Zach Butt Buddies. They're coming in. Here they come. So here we go. Goodbye. See you later. There we go. Here they come. They're coming in on the attack. They think they're cool. No, I personally love Busch Gardens, and like I said, this was what do you call it? This was the this trip's for the daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's not for it's for Alyssa. It's not for me or my kids. Me and the kids, we've been to Florida so many times. We wanted to make sure that for her, this was that she enjoyed this trip. That's what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? We want her to enjoy the trip. So she got to pick it out. Another time we'll definitely go. It's, hey, have a good night, Jason, Oh yeah, I remember all the prank calls and all that stuff. I love when the trolls come. It's awesome. It's kind of funny, but hey, it is what it is. So who cares? So, hey, I don't really, it's, they get mad, they want to cry about it. Let them. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So, who knows? We'll see what happens. And I'm, like, again, I'm not worried about it. They can, they can talk and yap and whatever they want to do. They're the ones. Hey, Tina, what's up? They're the ones that make themselves look worse than it really is. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not the one that's doing it. If they don't like it. But again, you see, as they come in, they're trying to defend them, and what they're doing is they're looking like little immature idiots. I just move on from it. They bring it back. I just move on. That's all there is to it. I move on. They come, whatever. I don't really care. Life is what it is. And we move on. And we do things. And we live it. But again, we're going to get out of here in a couple minutes. But before we do, like I said, if you see me heading up to the park or whatever, make sure you come say hi. And do what you got to do. What do you like better? What do I like best? Busch Gardens, VA, or Tampa? That's really tough. That's really tough. Hey, have a good night, Zach. What do I like? That's really tough because I actually love both of those parks. Like, I think, what it is because they have two different, totally, like, for the most part, like, different realms of rides. Like, you go to Tampa, you have Matu, you got Kumba, you got Cobra's Curse, Shikra, and now they got Tigress, But then when you go to Virginia, you got Alpengeist, you have Verbolten. Oh, you don't forget also Cheetah Hunt out in Tampa. You have, back to Virginia, you got Tempesta. Excuse me. The list goes on and on and on with all the rides. The one thing that they do is they all have, like, great rides. And I have to say, I actually like them both equally. I mean, they both offer different themes. They offer different stuff. And I really love them both. So I can't really say I like one more than the other. I mean, right now I feel that Virginia gets a little bit more love than Tampa does. But again, right now, like, Tampa's going to go through a resurgence between Tigress, RMC Gwazi, et cetera, et cetera. It is what it is. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm looking. Ooh, oh, they're mad. They gave me dislikes. Ooh, they're so mad. Ooh, I'm going to tell my mama. Ooh, they didn't like my video. Ooh, I'm going to cry. Ooh. What a bunch of idiots. But anyway, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and Kings. I mean, I love those parks. I know this is like an unpopular opinion. Six Flags America, I enjoy them. Oh, we got two more. Whoa, the dislikes are hitting. They're on fire tonight. Woo! I think I can. I would have to, probably after the show, I probably could. But, I don't want to do that. Why would I want to ban them? If they want to cry about it, if they want to cry about my videos, let them cry. I really don't care. They can cry like little babies, and we don't care. It's not gonna. It doesn't really bother. Like, at first, I'll admit. At first, it did bother me, and if they said they gave an opinion and I flipped out, it wasn't because of that. But again, they're kids. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're kids, and they got mad about something. And then when I just went, you know what? Screw off. And Cody, don't take this the wrong way. Yes, I've done this show, but this show isn't just about me. This is for everybody. Yeah, you know what? People are allowed to voice their opinion. I don't care if they give a thumbs up. I don't care if they give me the middle finger. I don't care if they give me the thumbs down. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude that had that comment, like, oh, we respect you, blah, blah, blah. First of all, if you respect someone, right? Let me put this out there like this. If you respect anybody even a little bit of an ounce, you do it in a private setting, not in a public setting. You're not supposed to go there and blast people off. You know, everybody's trying to calm down all the drama, not bring in the drama, you know, all that stuff like that. Nobody's trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But when you look at a whole bunch of things like that, that's not respect. You know what I'm saying? They don't get respect. I wouldn't respect any of them. They can only eat a bag of crap for all I care. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it is. Kumba and Gua. Yeah, because the whole thing was when they put in Kumba, they couldn't get the same exact, they couldn't get B&M or whatever they were trying to do. There's a whole story on it. They were trying to get Arrow to duplicate the ride. Yeah, I'll be on Planet Coaster in a little while. Not too much longer, but they weren't able to get it, and it was really rough, and they couldn't get it to do what they wanted to do. No, I don't give them a sideways thumb. I give them the finger, all of them. I'm still going to keep doing what I got to do, and if people don't like it, they can go away. I don't care. There is nothing that they can say to me today, tomorrow, or anytime in the future that's going to change anything. All they're going to want to do is troll it. That's it. That's all they're going to want to do is troll it. So from this point forward, we're just going to ignore the trolls. We don't care. There's nothing they can do now. They can all eat crap. They've all lost out on what they wanted to do. It's all done and over with. So that's the end of that. So anyway, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Thursday. We're going to have a bunch of videos coming out over the next week. Now that we got a bunch of things going on and working, it's going to be awesome. So I will see you guys next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And until next let me try this again. Until next time, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.